Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm excited to dive into mobile game development using Unreal Engine 5. While Unreal Engine is renowned for its impressive PC games, there's a lack of resources specifically tailored to mobile game creators. That's why I'm here to share tips and tutorials on bringing your game ideas to life on mobile devices. In this video, we'll cover everything from downloading and setting up Unreal Engine 5 to running a default shooter game directly on your mobile phone. Whether you're new to game development or looking to transition to mobile, this video is for you. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. Head over to the link provided in the description and download the Epic Games Launcher. I've already installed the launcher, so I would not reinstall it. After installing the launcher, navigate to the Unreal Engine tab. Then the library. Click on the plus icon next to the engine version and download the latest version. For this tutorial, we'll use Unreal 5 3.2 since Unreal 5.4 is not stable yet, especially for mobile. First, we'll begin with the default first-person shooter template. Next, I'll set the target platform to mobile instead of desktop. As for the quality preset, I'll keep it at maximum. Lastly, I'll name the project Ocean Clash, since the game will be set in a water theme. Now let's wait for the project to be set up. So, the project is set up properly. Now we need to change some settings. To do that, navigate to the Edit tab on the top left side of the screen and select Project Settings. Scroll down to the Android tab under the Platform Settings and configure the following settings. Let's also adjust a few settings in the rendering options to improve both performance and quality for our game. I'll opt for deferred shading as the shading model. It's efficient for mobile devices since it utilizes tile-based CPUs, which enhance performance, while also supporting advanced features on mobile platforms. Deferred shading does have certain limitations, but I'll leave a link in the description so you can read more about them in detail. Lastly, you can refer to the image on your screen, which indicates whether your game should use forward or deferred shading. We can also enable Allow Deferred Shading on OpenGL to ensure OpenGL-based mobile devices can support deferred shading. For the anti-aliasing method, I'll choose Temporal Anti-Aliasing TIA instead of FXAA, as I've found it to be more suitable for my games. Additionally, MSAA won't work with deferred shading. You can read the reasons for this on the on-screen image. I'll also disable some illumination and reflection methods that are not needed and might not work on mobile devices. For the shadow map method, I'll choose shadow maps instead of virtual shadow maps. Additionally, it might not be needed as mobile devices automatically use shadow maps since they are not supported on mobile. That's enough for now. We will change more settings later on in the course. Now, we will enable the PI, Play in Editor, mobile previewer mode from the editor preferences. This will enable us to run the game using different mobile device profiles stored in the engine. Click on the three dots above, and from here you can select any device you'd like to use to run the game. You will also find options for both Android and iPhone devices here. Now let's also enable the Engine Mobile Preview mode. Go to the Settings menu at the top right-hand side of the screen, then select Preview Platform. From there, you can choose your preview device. For now, I will select Android OpenGL Mobile as the preview device. Now, let's move on to setting up touch controls for our game. To do that, we'll need to enable some settings. Open Project Settings and search for Touch Interface. Select Always Show Touch Interface. Then, search for Use Mouse and for Touch and enable it. This setting allows us to simulate touch interactions like those on mobile devices using our cursor on desktop. As you can see, we can now use our mouse to simulate touch interactions, similar to how it works on mobile phones. Now, we'll enhance this touch system by creating a scrolling mechanism that allows the player to scroll the screen by hand, rather than using the right joystick. For that, navigate to the content browser under First Person, then Inputs. There you'll find the Mobile Control Interface. Select that and duplicate it by hitting Ctrl+D on your keyboard. Name it whatever you want. Double-click to open it. Here, the upper two indexes are for the left and right joysticks respectively. The other two indexes are for the jump and shoot buttons. We have to remove the right joystick, so we need to change settings for only index 1. To do so, we just have to click on the arrow next to this index, as it will automatically clear all data regarding this input. Make sure to save this. Now, head over to Touch Interface in Project Settings and select our new touch interface. As you can see, the right joystick is removed. However, now we cannot scroll our screen. To enable scrolling, we need to create some functionality in our character blueprint. In order to do so, navigate to the first-person blueprint and open it. Firstly, we would create a custom event named Position Update. Now we will create an input for this event named Update Position and set its type to Vector 2D. Now we will create yaw and pitch inputs for the controller. Now we will subtract update position with a variable value. I will name that variable initial location and set its type to Vector 2D. Now, we'll perform some mathematical operations, as demonstrated in the video. This value will represent sensitivity, and you can adjust it according to your preferences. Now we will get the touch node. Now we will set up the value of our initial location variable. We will trigger the position update event when the screen is moved. Now split up the pins. Break out the location vectors. Connect the X and Y nodes as demonstrated in the video. I am setting the sensitivity to 5. Hit compile. Now let's test it. As you can see, the screen moves when we scroll over it. I'm also sharing this code with you via Unreal Pastebin so that you can easily copy and paste it. Let me demonstrate how to use this code in projects. Head over to the link provided in the description. And copy this code. And paste the code here. Now a pop-up window will appear. Expand this window and select Create Matching Function in Blueprint and hit Confirm. If we try compiling the code now, we would encounter some errors. To fix that, we need to do two things. 1. Select the initial location variable. Right-click and select Create Variable. 2. Delete the Position Update function from the Functions tab. After completing these steps, hit Compile and all errors will be resolved. Open any browser and search for Android Studio. Click on the first link to download Android Studio and install it on your PC. Since I've already installed it, I won't go through the installation process again. After installation, you will be led to this page. Click on More Actions and select SDK Manager. Now, download the same APIs as shown on your screen. You can also download additional APIs based on your requirements. For the SDK Toolkit and NDK, follow a similar process of downloading and installing the necessary components based on your requirements. Now, let's download JDK 17. You can download the latest version. Simply click Next and install the JDK at the default location. After installation, navigate to the JDK path. Copy the path of the bin directory. Next, go to the search menu and search for Environment Variables. Click on Environment Variables, and then double-click on the path variable. Here, click on New and paste the path of the JDK bin directory. After pasting the path, click OK to save the changes and then now your JDK is also set up. Now, go to the project settings and scroll down to find Android SDK. You can see the locations of the SDK, NDK, and JDK to be set up in this image. Please set them up exactly as shown to avoid packaging errors. Now, navigate to the Android section and set the target SDK to 31. Now, scroll down and check the option for Package Data inside APK. Now, we will enable some settings that will help reduce the size of our game. Search for Cook in the project settings and enable the following settings. Click on the plus icon and select the maps you want to include for your game. I will select the default first-person map for now. Now, let's run our game on our mobile phones. I'll show you two methods. The first is to package the game and run it via an APK file. And the second is to debug the game on our mobile device through debugging. To start packaging, go to the Platform tab in the center top of your screen. Select Android, and then choose Package Game. Choose the directory where you want to store your game file. Your game will begin the packaging process. The packaging process may take some time, depending on your desktop specifications. As you can see, the game has been successfully packaged. You can locate the packaged APK file in the directory you selected earlier. Now, I will demonstrate the second method, which involves debugging the game on your mobile device. For that, we will use USB debugging. Open the settings on your mobile device, go to the About Device section, and then the Version tab, and tap on the build number 7 times to unlock the developer options. I have already done this. That's why seeing the message that you are in developer mode. Now you are ready to proceed with USB debugging. Search for developer options in your mobile device settings, and then enable UUSB debugging. That's all for now. Open Unreal Engine, then navigate to the Platform tab. Here you should see your connected device. If you don't see your device immediately, wait for a moment after connecting the USB to your mobile, and try clicking Refresh Platform Status. After selecting the device, Unreal Engine will initiate the packaging process and automatically deploy the game to your connected device for testing. This will allow you to run and debug the game directly on your mobile device. Let's now test our game on the connected device. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon for notifications, as I'll be uploading more videos on mobile game development. If you have any questions or queries, feel free to join my Discord server. And lastly, thanks for watching. See you in upcoming videos.